my favorite plants of October. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, my name is Rose, my pronouns are she, her, and today I'm going to show you my favorite plants of October while I am actually in London to do all the planty things, which you will see in future videos. I'm very happy to say that this is a paid partnership with BetterHelp. As you may know, we are currently in a big home renovation. It just started today. My boyfriend is breaking stuff downstairs, so you might hear some noises. Sorry about that. It's been a very stressful period for me, especially with a brain injury and my little corner, the living room, being my safe space where I could recover from headaches, anxiety, and stress. And that is all gone now. So it's taken quite a few tears, but currently I'm doing pretty well. And that is also thanks to the support from my BetterHelp therapist. Whether you're struggling with anxiety and stress like me, or just having a hard time, therapy can really help. It gives you tools to be better equipped to handle and enjoy your life, even if it gets super messy. BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy accessible, and this is really important because finding a therapist can be really hard. BetterHelp is an online platform offering therapy from home by qualified therapists. It's easy to sign up and get matched with a therapist. There's a link in my description, betterhelp.com/yogaandplant. Clicking that link helps support this channel, and it also gives you 10% off your first month with BetterHelp, so you can connect with a therapist and see if it helps you. And if for any reason you don't really fit with the therapist that you're linked to, you can easily switch with just one click and no additional costs. Therapy and the tools that I learned in therapy are definitely a big part of what's helping me through this renovation right now, to be able to, wherever I am, take a moment and really check in with myself and talk about what I'm feeling and be supported in that way. So if you're struggling, consider online therapy with BetterHelp. Click the link in the description below or visit betterhelp.com/yogaandplant. Thank you again, BetterHelp, for supporting this channel. Now let's get to the plants. I have some beauties for you, and this is the first one I wanted to show you. This is my Anthurium wendlingeri. As you may know, I have moved most of my plants to other locations temporarily, so there's only a few to pick from for the next few months, which makes it a little bit easier. And as you can see here, it has a new leaf. It did grow this leaf as well for me, but I've noticed that in higher humidity situations like my terrarium or a prop box, it just was not very happy. You can maybe see here, it tried to grow several leaves and they just died off. So I guess this plant really values airflow. And since I moved it out into living room conditions, or now bedroom conditions, it's doing a lot better. I'm very excited to see how big this leaf will grow, but I'm hoping a little bit bigger than the previous one. We'll have to wait and see. We're still very far away from probably getting inflorescences with a nice curl in them, for that the plant needs to be fully mature, but I'm very happy with how it's going right now. Also a very cute pot by Natalie from Piece of Clay. Next up, another pot by Natalie, actually. This is one of her cappuccino cups. It's not meant for plants, but it works perfectly for small pots. This is my Hoya carrii. Apparently we're calling it carrii now and not carrii. I just heard some of my very knowledgeable Hoya plant friends saying carrii. So that's why I'm also changing how I pronounce it. I trust Adam, not Dude, to know more than me. I just found a thrips on it. Wait. That's not good. Where did you come from? Anyway, why I picked this plant is because it's such an easy grower. I wonder if we can focus on it. The new leaves come in, they remind me of Anthurium leaves. The golden color, it has some kind of shimmer. Can you see how many leaves are on here? There's a tendril here with new leaves. There's a tendril here with new leaves, all here as well, and here. So this is just growing so fast. And what these for me have done also, I don't know if you'll be able to see there, these like to branch off on their own. So there's just one plant in this pot, but it keeps branching off and making more tendrils and more leaves, which of course we love, because more Hoya leaves is always better. Next up, I want to show you some in my big terrarium. The first one is this, I think it's called an Acranthera or something, that just grew a new leaf. It was struggling a little bit. There was a fern growing on top of it, which I think blocked the new growth from being happy previously. But this leaf came out fine again, yay! And I love the colors and the pattern of it, or like the corrugation of the leaf. So I'm very, very happy with basically this whole bottom of the terrarium is looking really, really nice right now. I hope it makes it through winter okay. By the way, in the top left corner of the terrarium, there is also a new leaf on my forgetii, which just looks so, so beautiful that I wanted to include that in here. Even though it's not officially on the list, it's like an honorary mention. I love forgetii with no silver. Yay! Then my Philodendron billietiae variegated. This is the leaf it came with. It had grown this small leaf for me before, which has very, very nice variegation. And then here you can see it's working on another leaf. I'm very excited. This actually has 2 growth points. Maybe you can see this little green leaf down here. That is also having a little point for a new leaf. So I really hope this becomes happier and happier. I see some more fresh roots actually. So I think it likes it here upstairs under my Soltech light. If you want to try grow lights by Soltech, you can always use my code plantwithroos for a discount, or the link in the description. That is an affiliate link and code. So if you use it, you're also helping me a little bit. Thank you. And I feel really lucky to have these lights and to work with them, because my plants definitely need extra light upstairs here right now. I've also moved my aspect grow light over here, the pendant that's above the Thai Constellation, which will be on this list as well. And then I have the Highland system over here that I showed you before. And even in there, I've set up a grove light for some additional light in my little room where I will be spending most of my time the next 6 weeks. So that's my little Billy in another pot by Piece of Clay. Basically, I'm keeping all my fancy pots over here in a safe corner. All the other pots can move to other people's houses. Like the Elho pots are plastic, so they're much more sturdy and easier to move plants with. So that's why you're seeing all my nice Natalie pots right now. Next up is another Hoya, and I've showed you this previously, but not in a long time, because this one was struggling so much with... Did I show you this in a previous video? I'm not quite sure now. Here you can see what damage of flat mites looks like. And finally, this plant is recovering. It's growing from several places. This is a new leaf, but also this is still a soft new leaf. And then you can really see the shimmeriness of it. Can you see that? I really hope my camera catches it, especially when they are new. They are so beautiful. And the splash is a little bit pink because it's in my terrarium getting a lot of light. Sorry for the dirty nails. We are in a renovation. And then it also has this leaf, which is new. Look at that pink splash. Ah, I love this plant. I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it online. And it is even better in person, especially like I said with the new leaves. I'm just so excited that it's finally growing again. It's finally happy again. It's a big relief because for a while there, my Hoya were looking so horrible. I'm very happy that they are better again. Then we have another Anthurium. This is my Anthurium species affinity bessae crossed with something that we forgot. We pollinated this ourselves. My friend Ronya thinks that it was a papilli laminum that we pollinated with, and from the shape of these leaves, I can believe it. But it can also be a queen Anthurium that had pollen at the time, a forgetii. There's a few more that are an option, crystallinum as well, because there's always crystallinum pollen in the botanical gardens. And this is the new leaf. I just realized that this recently switched to a cataphyll as well with how it's growing. So it's hopefully sizing up more and more. This pot, by the way, is one of those Elho ocean collection pots that I absolutely love, made from maritime waste, so plastic taken from the ocean and made into beautiful pots. I just love the color of this. This sits above my bed right now, so every morning and every night I get to see it and it makes me happy. So that's why I'm sharing it with you. Let's do these small ones first because I'm a bit hesitant of lifting up Thijs, the Thai Constellations. He's getting so big. So this is actually to Begonia julau, which I have wanted ever since I first saw them on here and on Instagram with Ashley and Harley and Botanicas who had them. This is the mature form. I got these from Begonia Takeaway. You have seen them in a whole video, I think. Did I make that on here? Just a short, I think. This is the baby version. So as you can, luckily it's dirty already anyway. The baby julau leaves are very, very pink in the shimmeriness of it. Can you see that? I hope it's focusing right. There are several plants growing here, I think. At least 3. So that's going to be really good. It's a bit tricky to show you with the light right now because it's raining and just dreary outside. I also love the leaf shape. This is the mature one. And actually, as you can see, the splashy dots here are now silver and no longer bright pink because that's what happens when it matures. I still think it's beautiful, absolutely awesome, but I am very happy that I got this as a baby as well. I ordered this, by the way, as a rescue box from Begonia Takeaway in collaboration with Sarah, their plant rescuer, and you'll get plants like this that are either a little bit awkward and dangly, or I think they're still beautiful. They are not the plants that she would sell in the shop though. If you order a rescue box, there are 2 options with lists of the names of plants that can be in there, and you'll get 3 of that list, which I bought, by the way, with my own money, but she did add some extras for me, so I feel very lucky. I absolutely love the shape of these, the colors of these, and I'm so happy to finally own them. Begonia julau, or species julau officially. Next up is my beautiful Alocasia Frydek, the real Frydek, the variegated one. And I picked this one not only because it's awesome and it's staying here with me. Also, I see a thrips. Motherfucker. Okay, I'm gonna have to get some fresh bugs from Entercare to make sure that the plants that I still have here are thrips free or become thrips free. What is that about? I guess they all live together now in one spot, so it's easier for the pests to spread. But I wanted to show you this plant because it grew a new leaf and it is so beautiful. The previous leaf was this one, which I already thought was beautiful with the marbled variegation. And then this is the new leaf. More white, but still the beautiful marble. I am so happy with this plant. And I just noticed that there is a little point, meaning it's making a little baby for me. That is very exciting. I didn't see that part coming. Oh, I like this a lot. Currently, I think these are available on different good web shops. That was a fungus gnat. I got it. Ah! I killed it while filming. Sorry, buddy, you're dead. On my site, plantwithrose.com/favorites, you'll see all the shops that I recommend, all the companies that I work with, as well with the affiliate links and the discount codes that you might want to use. So my point was to say that these are now available for between 50 and 90 euros. It's still a lot of money, but these are definitely becoming more and more cheap and easy to get. The last pick for October is Thijs, my Thai Constellation. This is what he looks like from afar. Last month in the favorites video, I showed you this plant as well, and I showed you the point. He has a new leaf growing that has beautiful patches of sectoral variegation once again, which I absolutely love, and so many more holes than the previous leaves. I'm really excited to see this and to keep it here with me, thanks to my Soltech light. I really hope that with the renovations, it stays warm enough here, because at some point they're going to take out all the windows for about 4 days. Luckily, from what I know, Monstera are pretty good with cold, much better at least than Philodendron. So fingers crossed for Thijs. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe below if you haven't already. Consider joining my Patreon and YouTube membership for a monthly Zoom call and a private chat with me and the other patrons and YouTube members. And of course, early access to things and helping me decide which videos to make and all that fun stuff. I really hope the renovation noises weren't too bad. For me, they sound really loud, but I really hope that my mic up there is doing a good job. Thank you so much for being here. As always, I really appreciate you, and I'll see you next week. Bye, friends!